Alright, everyone. So today is 26th June and the video is actually very interesting because it gives a different kind of psychology, a different way to approach problems. And the way is very simple. We have been trying to quit some habits for a long time that we are not able to. And we have tried different strategies. This strategy may or may not work for you, but at least hear it out. That is the thing. So basically, how many of you use Pinterest? Hands up. Instagram? If you have ever noticed, let's just say you liked a post, it keeps on showing up. And no matter now how much you unsubscribe, it is not going to go away. This happens a lot even with emails and everything. You know, the best way to actually do the opposite is start liking something else. And whatever the feed it is showing now, it will start showing you something else. The algorithm is in such a way that it will automatically go away. If you just stop, like, for example, I've been searching cars for a long time. Now, if I even try to report it, not show it to me, it will still show me cars. What the best way to do it with any social media app is try searching something else. For example, if I'm looking at bungalows now, it will automatically stop showing cars. And that is what we are looking at today. Whenever you're trying to break a habit, try doing the opposite. What we do usually is, for example, let's just say I'm saying, I don't want to eat chocolates. Then what you do is, there is a task and you say, I don't want to do it, the place is vacant. That is a problem. So what we do is, instead of keeping it vacant, we fill something else in it. Okay, you can fill in it with salad. But when you say, I won't drink this, but I'll drink that. When you do this, it actually completes the entire flow of replacing something rather than only unsubscribing. Got the connection between Pinterest and habits? So what are the habits? For example, and this particularly talks about this passage in the book says that try doing the opposite. Now this applies to majorly everything. You know, I think all of you might have gone through this. You're trying to read something. You're very sleepy. You say, okay, I'll sleep. You keep the book, you go to sleep. Sleep is not coming anymore. Yeah, that happens because the mind works that way, and that is exactly what we are using here. We are saying that if you want to sleep, right, try not sleeping. There is this idea that whenever, and this happens to me and a lot of artists, when you are actually saying now that I want a holiday or I'm not gonna work today, that is the day it is most productive because your mind is free. Because your mind goes into some other direction and you actually end up doing some work. So a lot of times when I want to work, I take a holiday. Opposite, I know, it sounds crazy, but it works. Same way, like let's just say, in India, mostly we say that when you are away from someone, the love increases, like your relatives and all. But if you stay together for a month or two, then we start fighting. Yeah. Same way, when people are away, the bond becomes a little stronger. I'm not talking about distant people because that is a whole different story altogether. But it works in some small way. Same way, using all of this example, how can this help us with habits? This is basically like whatever habit you're trying to quit. I just want you to think of that habit right now. Or maybe sleeping late, maybe smoking, maybe, not reading for a good amount of time. Any habit. And now think what is the opposite of that. The opposite of that can be something very crazy, very, very crazy. Okay. So let's just say I want to go to sleep at 10 o'clock. I can't sleep. The thing is, if you go to sleep at 10 o'clock now, your mind is already active. Try to do something else, like intentionally go into the opposite direction and try to do something else. It might happen that you actually fall asleep. Alright? Now the key here is don't do something entertaining. Don't go watch a movie for 3 hours. I'm not suggesting that. But read a book. Try to stay awake. When you read a book, you try to stay awake. When you watch a movie, you are awake. We are not doing that awake thing. We are trying to do that. Do something boring, but replace it. Don't keep it vacant. And when you do that, I hope that the habits somewhere kind of going with the flow. Now I'm just going to read the passage to complete this understanding of it, that you totally get it. It says, what assistance can we find in the fight against habit? Try the opposites. Viktor Frankl was a psychologist and a Holocaust survivor. He had a lot of phobias and he actually, this is qualified, this used to be done. Okay? It is called paradoxical intention, where you intend for something else. Okay? So let's say a patient couldn't sleep. The standard therapy would be giving something obvious like a relaxation technique and then you go to sleep. He used to do something else. He found that shifting focus of the problem deflected the patient's obsessiveness, attention away from it, and allowed them to actually eventually sleep. And there was, I don't think, I have not seen this TV show, honestly. It is called Seinfeld. I don't know if anybody of you have seen. There was actually an episode in which, and this is, I'll close the video with this. He said that, there are sometimes people say, no matter what I do, it goes wrong. So if everything you do is going wrong, then the opposite must be right? So why not do the opposite and then just go with it? And you might actually end up scoring better 50 or 60% of the times than actually doing wrong. So just a wild idea. I don't know if it will work for you, honestly. Okay. I've tried this. Sometime it works, sometime it doesn't. But if you are struggling and just looking for anything to help you, I think this one will help. Just try to do the opposite. So I hope that helps. And thank you for watching this video.